Survivors of a deadly dive boat sinking in the Red Sea say they were pressured to sign official witness statements in Arabic, which they couldn't understand and had been translated from English by an employee of the boat company. They say the man also tried to get them to sign waivers which stated they did not accuse anyone of criminal wrongdoing. The 11 survivors who have spoken to the BBC have also accused the Egyptian authorities of trying to cover up what happened, saying investigators were determined to blame it on a huge wave. The Sea Story had been carrying 46 people when it sank in the early hours of November 25 last year. 4 bodies were recovered and 7 people are still missing, including 2 British divers. Neither the Egyptian government nor the boat operators, Dive Pro Live Aboard, based in Hurghada, have responded to our questions. On Tuesday, the BBC revealed multiple accusations from survivors of safety failings on board the vessel. A leading oceanographer who analyzed weather data also said it was not plausible that a huge wave had hit the vessel. Interrogated from hospital beds. Within hours of being brought ashore, survivors say they were subjected to what one described as an interrogation, some from their hospital beds, by people they were told were judges. Those who didn't need hospital treatment were interviewed at a nearby resort, said other survivors, who reported the same feelings of being pressured. We were told we couldn't leave the room until they'd done everybody's statements, says Sarah Martin, an NHS doctor from Lancashire. The judges were part of an Egyptian investigation into what caused the sinking, though survivors say it was not clear exactly who was leading it. The survivors say having their initial statements translated into Arabic by an employee of the company that owned the Sea Story was a clear conflict of interest. Spanish diver Hisora Gonzalez said the man did not initially introduce himself as an employee. He just said, "You have to tell me what happened, and then you have to sign this piece of paper." It was not until later, say several people we spoke to, that the man told them he worked for Dive Pro Live Aboard. The survivors say that, after being translated by the man, their statements were handed to investigators, something that shocked Lisa Wolf. A normal judge can't take a translation from someone that's obviously totally involved in the process. Freudis Adamson standing outside on Heathland, by a lake. Wearing sunglasses, a short-sleeved top and rucksack straps are visible. She has blonde hair and is smiling, Freudis Adamson. They could have written anything. "I don't know what I signed," Freudis Adamson told the BBC. One survivor, who is a Norwegian police investigator, said she had no clue what the 4 pages of Arabic handed back to her actually said. "They could have written anything. I don't know what I signed," Freudis Adamson explained. Under her signature, she says she wrote that she had not been able to read the documents. "We were in such shock and just wanted to go home," said Hisora. Release of liability document. Representatives of the boat operators, Dive Pro Live Aboard, also repeatedly tried to push people into signing waivers, say survivors, which would have seen them agreeing to the statement. "I do not accuse anyone of any criminal wrongdoing." Justin Hodges, an American diver who was also rescued, told us the release of liability document, written in English, was handed to him as he was giving his witness statement. He said he had thought the person he was talking to was an official, but at this point learned that he worked for the company. "He slid in with the authorities," says Justin. "The fact he tried to get us to release liability at that moment was insane to me,"